back with part two. I got my new beer sitting here. And I still want to sit and chat with Christiana of Threads by Dreads. Just
Yes,
talk about
sir.
black owned.
Yes.
Um, what is a black owned business?
Mm,
I asked that only because it's an interesting um, clip I found on a rapper here, Side Prince out of Atlanta. He was
mhm.
talking on the Breakfast Club about
Okay.
like what makes a true black owned business. But as we get ready to talk about that, I want to open up my beer. This is a Nashville brewery. It's called
Wow.
Jackalope Brewery. This is their
Okay.
stout, Snowman Stout.
Wow.
This is
The
the can.
artwork. The artwork on
Oh
these
yeah,
cans are everything.
oh yeah.
Man.
That's like a very huge like thing
Yeah.
in the craft beer community. Like
I love it.
you can have fantastic beer, but if
Uh-huh.
your beer art, can art is trash, people get attracted by that, especially if you don't know beer or don't
Right.
understand beer and like you don't
Right.
know what it is. Like
Yeah.
craft, like can art is really huge.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So like if you just have like if this was just an all black can
Oh
and or
God.
something super boring or what it is, you might not look at it, but like you
Man.
see you see the Yeti on the front, you're like, whoa, wait a minute, what is this? You at least look at it if you don't decide to buy it. You at least
Right.
look at it.
Right.
Um, but yeah, this is the brewery I work at. I work at Jackalope Brewery in the cellar.
Okay. Oh, that's
So shout out
awesome.
to them.
Come
Let
on,
little old me
Jackalope.
work there, and they
Come
haven't kicked me
on.
to the curb yet.
Oh shit.
I'm just kidding. I
Hell
work
yeah.
sometimes.
I'm glad. I'm so happy you're in this space, man.
Oh, I
This is
absolutely love it.
definitely beautiful. So
I absolutely love
yeah.
the craft beer space, and that's why I want black people in here. And
Yes.
it's blacker than people realize.
Oh
Um,
good. Good.
black beers
Mm-hmm.
pretty much started in Egypt with
Okay.
Ramses in the 7,000 BC in there. Just a little education moment for you guys.
Nice. I'm taking it in.
So when a lot of like when pharaohs and things like that died, they
Mm-hmm.
would make thousands of barrels of beer because you got to turn up
Wow.
in the afterlife. You can't have a boring
Wow.
afterlife. So like they
Wow,
will make
bruh.
beer there, and then of course you know what happens.
Wow.
Gentrification happens, and then you
Of
got
course.
a lot of people know of it like being in Germany, Belgium, and things like that.
Wow.
That's where it really took off. But if you really do your history, that's where
It
first forms of
originated.
beer would happen,
That's
and
amazing.
things like that. So it's people. Beer is black. I will argue
Africa.
to my death. Like I will. Yeah, I was like, I'll take that to the grave. It might be on my tombstone, but like beer is black, y'all. Trust me.
Right? Oh man, thank you for that. That was beautiful. Man,
Oh yeah, for sure. And like,
everything comes from Africa, man.
doesn't it?
Everything. Golly.
Doesn't it? But like speaking of like black owned things, I want to go back to the Prince thing we were talking about earlier, and I want to
Sure.
play this clip about
Okay.
him talking about it, and we
Okay.
just kind of dive in, have our conversation about that.
Let's do it.
So hopefully my music's loud enough. Here we go.
Okay.
Woo, woo, woo. 'Cause to me, you can't have a black-owned business if it ain't being in Africa. Really? Break that down a little bit. For me. Well, I feel like if you got a company or something that's in America and you paying taxes on this and you doing all this and you split with the government of America, then that ain't a black-owned business to me. You got a partnership. Now, if you send it to Ghana and Ghana make whatever you got and you send it over here, that's export. Now you got a black-owned business. So I feel like that's how we empower our country, kind of, instead of going to China and all these other places. Let's go back to our home and jobs and different things that we create and see if we could then export and then, help our people as well.
Or what about places like Black Wall Street or like Soul City that was in North Carolina? Like those were black ecosystems with black hospitals, black banks, black businesses. What do you think about
But I
that?
think, you was on white soil. So you can never be fully black owned. You
He's
can
still
never be.
paying taxes to
Oh, let's be clear.
They still breaking you like how they still found a way to do that. They did that because you was on their soil. They
You're
still
on God's soil.
Yeah, that's.
But I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Well,
But yeah, I don't know how much you were able to hear that, but like,
Yeah, I heard everything. I heard
Okay,
everything.
I go back and forth. I'm like, I get what he's saying,
Yeah, I do too.
but
I
also
do
it's
too.
like it's only so
Yeah.
much I can do on American soil as a black.
Yes.
And I want to talk
Yes.
about that with you being a first generation Ghanaian here living in America, and you getting your product and your needs from Ghana. Like,
Mhm.
you
Right.
agree with that? You don't agree with that?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what's
I'm
your
kind of
mentality overall with that?
yeah. Thanks for playing this, by the way. This is a great uh what is it, segue, wrench throwing at things. But I'm kind of conflicted by what he was saying because I don't think you necessarily having to be black here and in Nashville, so to speak. Only way you can be a black owned business is that you have direct ties to an African country. So I honestly think if you identify as black on the spectrum, as black anything, and you are here in the community, you're a staple in the community, people know who you are, know what you're doing, and know who the leaders of your organization or company are, and they identify as black, um, I don't understand why you wouldn't be considered a black business. I don't. It's not easy to have a black owned commercial real estate that you own. So I commend those like your Slim and Huskies, like our Slim and Huskies, like you know our cupcake collections, our tons of other black owned businesses are doing so well here in town that have black real estate, black owned commercial real estate. That's not an easy thing. So I don't agree with him on having uh, the folks down in Tulsa, Oklahoma, not having their own black-owned banks, and they couldn't be black. They couldn't be considered black-owned companies because they were on white soil. I don't understand that. I don't understand. I'm conflicted with that. If you're running a black-led company, it's black-owned. And you don't need Google to tell you and Google to say, hey, can you make sure your business is listed as black owned? So for Black History Month, we can make sure we send a couple of people to your place. Huh?
No, you're right,
You know what
and
I'm
you're.
saying?
Oh,
So
I get it. We're on the same exact same wavelength. I
yeah,
go back and forth. Every time I see him, like,
I
he's
don't
not
think
wrong,
so.
but he ain't all the way right.
Yeah, yeah, I get that. I
Like,
get that. I get that. I totally get the fact that, the soil, but it's for everyone. You can go and get soil from Ghana
yeah,
and
true. Look like we froze, y'all.
of the United States and still have the honor, rebut to that.
Wait, hold on. You're going in and
Oh,
out.
here I am. My background. Oh no, what is it?
Like
What did
your
I
picture's
do?
frozen, but like I can hear you.
Okay, I think I'm back. How about
Yeah,
now?
you're good. Okay, yeah. Sorry, just like
Okay.
repeat what you were saying. I'll
Yeah.
edit it, and I might not even
Okay.
edit it. I'm just gonna get technology, y'all.
Right. 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 Just blame it on COVID. So what I was saying is like I don't necessarily agree with him. I see what he was saying. I can respect his opinion, but I personally don't agree with the fact that the only way that you can be considered a black-owned business is if you're a black-led company that has direct ties to an African country. I don't think that is necessarily true. You can still be a black-led company and still be doing work solely here in the United States. I mean, you could be in the middle of fucking Alaska, doing, having a black-led company, like entire organization, just being ran by one black person or a black leader. So I really don't agree with what he said. I do see what he's saying. In some cases, there are instances where it's hard for us. It's hard for black folks to get commercial real estate. It's hard for black folks to get bank loans for our businesses, let alone for us personally to buy a damn house or buy a car and not have to worry about high ass interest rates and being shafted with some bullshit that the bank gonna tell you about. Oh yeah, we couldn't do this because of that, but you got somebody else that walk in 2 minutes later with the same exact type of credit set up and whatever they're bringing to the table. You tell them, oh yeah, hell yeah, we want you to come do business with us. Yeah, come on down here, and that person could be white and not look anything like me and still have a better opportunity of being set up for better financial outcome. So it's just like, you know, no. Like, fuck that. It's hard. It really is hard out here. In addition to other microaggressions and macroaggressions that we have to face on a day to day basis, like just for me to have my locks, I can't tell you how many times I have to, swat a white hand that want to touch my hair because it's got some hair jewelry on my locks. No, you can't touch my hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
Unhand me, you ruffian.
Yeah, like, come on. Damn. So, yeah, no, I don't agree with that. I was, and even if I didn't have ties to Ghana, and I didn't, was like, I'm solely, black owned company here in Nashville, Tennessee, making, clothes or whatever. I still would be a black owned company. I am black. I am the founder of the company. I'm the one that's leading the company, making the decisions on behalf of the company for our people. And the fact that someone like myself can do that and give back to whether it be an international, going back to Ghana, giving back, or doing outreach in Ghana, or doing outreach here in Nashville. What? No, I'm still black. What does that make me?
Right. No, I get that.
Oh man, that's crazy.
And then, like, as someone that has those sides, how do you feel of like me and the bearded brother, like, we're wanting to make a connection back to Africa? Like, how do you enjoy that? How would your family enjoy like black owned companies from that started and originated
Hmm.
ties back to Africa? Like,
Hmm.
is that something black owned companies need to do more, or it's just like if you can do it, you can do it kind of thing? How do you kind of like think about that?
As far as what we could do here, as far as tying back to African continents,
Yes.
African countries, excuse me. Um, Ask your question one more time. I'm sorry, my dog is annoying me. Ask that one more time, please.
You're good. But yeah, I was just asking, just basically, just
Hmm.
like, is there a need? I don't even want to say need. Is there's
Hmm.
like a thing, like even with you, or just like in general, like first
Hmm.
generation
Hmm.
African kids over in America, or people that come from Africa over here and they
Hmm.
don't see these black owned companies making an effort out to Africa? Like, is
Hmm.
that like a requirement for you, or is that like something you just kind of
Hmm.
like, if you could do it, do it. If you
Hmm.
don't like.
Hmm. Like, as far as being a black-owned company, like having making a requirement to go back home and have some ties there for your business. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I mean, it's not a requirement at all. I think if you find a purpose here in Nashville or here in Memphis, or where, not here in Memphis, but here in the United States, anywhere, and you're like, I have a need, I want to fulfill it, do it. You're passionate about something, you want to advocate for a particular cause or person or people, hell, do it. I don't think it's necessarily have to be tied to any African countries, but I do want to say I do wish to encourage folks, black folks especially, our people, to go home, go to Africa, any country, pick a country,
And
and
go.
just dive into it and try to absorb and ask questions, along the journey, not only while you're there, but prior to you going, and even just to do a DNA test, ancestral DNA test, and find out like where you're from, where your lineage is from. That's an eye opening experience. Um, I purchased a African ancestry DNA kit for Marquita for her birthday last year, and she found out that she's Igbo, and her family is deeply rooted in Nashville, Tennessee, baby. But she's Igbo on her maternal side, So it's
Nigeria.
like Nigeria, you know what I'm saying? So it's like now you have another reason to go back to Africa and visit Nigeria and Ghana and maybe another country. We want to do so much traveling. That's another thing. But the thing is,
You,
I
you and me and Ashley, all four of us want to travel to go there. So
okay. It just
I
be
want to go
like,
there. That's like one of my dream vacations.
yeah,
Be gone for
yeah.
like a month and visit
Oh,
just
that's nice. That's
countries.
nice.
Senegal. I don't know why I want to go like Senegal. Like,
Oh,
I just see
yes.
pictures, and
Yes.
I'm probably nowhere near Senegalese.
It's
But
okay. You don't know.
I
You
love that
don't know.
country. So
Okay.
like, and just seeing that, being able to go back and just kind of just like, it's, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like
Mm,
you're just making that. one last connection. When you
Yeah.
figure out like hot gossip, you be
Yeah.
like, oh, that's why this, and
Yeah.
then he did that, and
Yeah.
she came along, and I
Yeah.
did this.
Right.
Oh, everything's connecting. I think that's like one of the last few connections I can
Yeah.
make in
Yes.
like my family lineage and like
Yes.
figuring that
Yes.
out and just kind of getting a full identity of myself. Like I don't
Yes.
know the African side, but I know I'm French and a little bit of Irish. Like
Yeah. Wow.
very like down the
Wow.
line. I'm like
Oh,
116.
okay. Oh,
Well,
okay. Yeah.
I know them.
I mean, you
I
know
don't
that.
know where I'm from in Africa. Like I could
I
be from
understand.
anywhere.
I
Like
understand.
that's like that's the last connection. I was like, I know I'm a little bit of French. I know wild, but I
Yeah.
don't
Oh
know the
no.
African connection.
Yeah. Well, best believe we were all over the globe. Just best
Oh
believe
yeah,
that.
like it blows my
Yeah.
mind. Me and Ashley talk about that all the time. Where like
Yeah.
I've never seen a black Finnish person, but I'm pretty sure there's a black person from Finland. Like
Oh
it
man.
will blow my mind. She's just like
Look.
black people
Look.
are everywhere. I was like, I get they're everywhere, but like there,
Yes.
like there,
Yes. Yes.
really?
Yes.
New
Aboriginals,
Scotland? Like,
Australia. Yeah. 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 It's amazing. It's amazing. I definitely encourage folks to just visit, and plant some roots. It don't matter what you do. Even if you have like a cultural exchange going back and forth with someone on the continent of Africa, and you're here in Nashville, Davidson County, Tennessee, yeah, that's a powerful thing. That's a powerful thing. Like your eyes are open to so much more than just what you're used to.
right, right. And you mentioned like doing your research before you travel there and why you're there. Like,
Yeah,
what? Let's say I'm next week. I'm going to Ghana, like,
absolutely.
or any African country. Like, what are some things I can do to learn about that?
Yeah,
Learn how to just like live and operate in those countries because obviously the
yeah,
culture's different in Tennessee. Shoot,
yeah,
its cultures are different here from Tennessee to
yeah.
Kentucky.
See,
Like
right, right, right,
I
right,
can
right.
imagine just going to a whole ass new continent and learning
Yes,
things of like what are some
yes,
things like we can research as
absolutely.
someone that's never been over to Africa
Yeah,
and be able to
yes,
kind of just dive in and be feel like you're a part of the community without being away from and you're like you're away but you weren't away. Like you're
yeah,
trying to like cover that
yeah,
up. Like
yeah.
what where should we look?
That's
And
beautiful, and thank you for asking that. So, going to Ghana next week, some tools I would add to your toolbox are greetings. Like, what type of greetings to acknowledge someone? Like, hey, what's up? Good morning. Have a couple under your belt. It kind of makes it a more of a fruitful like startup conversation. Icebreaker, so to speak. In addition to that, learn about the currency, like the money exchange. Like when you go back, we don't use U.S. dollars. We were colonized by the British. We gained our independence in '57, so it's like, to be able to know, uh, hey, how the cities, what it can buy you there, in addition to what places you want to see, what family you want to go be with. Like if you want to stay at an Airbnb, that's your choice. But if you know someone that can, bring you in and help you, save some money, save some coins by just borrowing a room for a month, cool. If not, that's no problem. I got family that can welcome you as well too. But being able to know that we have things like Uber in Ghana. We have, of course, we've got our own like kind of like a Zelle money transfer type of thing back home in Ghana as well too. It's like mobile money. In addition to that, the food. The food is amazing in Ghana. So we have an assortment of different types um, of foods that are there too. We have Jamaican food, we have Chinese food in Ghana, we've got pizza in Ghana. Oh my God, it's so crazy. In addition to our traditional foods that we eat, like fufu, peanut butter soup, okra stew, spinach stew, tomato-based stew, rice, jollof rice. Come on, jollof, and all the things.
yes.
So, um, yeah, and then also having someone that can help, like, if necessary, translate or help bargain for you or advocate for you while you're touring the country. Like, more than just a tour guide, but that person that could be like, make sure you're not getting shafted on these bananas that you want to buy or something. So, but
Gotcha.
yeah, yeah, having those things and having a list of places you want to see and people that can, or a person that can help you navigate through the country, because Google Maps don't take you everywhere in Ghana.
Right.
Like I remember I went back home one time one year. I was like, "Oh shit, our street names show up on Google Maps now?" But it's not every street. It's not every street. So, um,
They're
but
working on it in Google.
exactly. But yeah, those are the things, man. And I definitely encourage people to go to any of the slave castles. There's so many. Christiansburg. You have Elmina, Cape Coast. There's so many castles to go to and just see and dive deeper into knowing that this slave trade actually happened. So,
It
um,
just solidifies it.
yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, that's a little bit of what you can do to get ready for that trip and ask a hell of a lot of questions. Yes, why,
That-
how, who.
What? When? Why?
Exactly. Yes. So it's part of it, man. I still do that to this day. Like, I remember we were laying my mother to rest, and they were talking about some the land is that she's used to be buried in. It's like on a 99-year term or something, and after that they gonna do something. I was like, you ain't doing nothing. I'm gonna be here past 99 just to make sure you know.
Right. You're out here playing. You should
Mhm.
keep that to yourself.
Man, always fucking with somebody's stuff. Damn,
Right. You always want something. Mind your business.
man, for real.
Go on somewhere.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So, but yeah,
But yeah, just like before we kind of just wrap up, I
sure.
did want to ask like being able to travel there and
Mm-hmm.
doing all those stuff like and you mentioned getting an ancestral kit for
Yes.
Marquita.
Yes.
Like what are the best ones for black people to
Yeah.
do that cuz you can't really do like 23andMe or any of those. It's like
Yeah. I actually I'm wondering the same thing myself. I did the
and how
African
much is
ancestry.
it?
It was I think it was like 300
Okay.
for that particular company. And what they can also do maternal and paternal tests, of course. But I know
Is it
there's
in the
another
same run, or you got to do
one
separate
at a
tests?
time. Yeah, one at a
Okay,
time. And I
so it's
think you
like
need
300
someone.
each,
Yeah,
or
I believe so. Yes, and I
okay,
think you need unless their prices have changed. It's been a year or so, but I believe you need someone on the paternal side, like maybe your brother, or someone, or maybe your father to actually do that particular side of the family. But there's also another test. I don't know if it's I don't think it's 23andMe. It's another one that actually gives you the breakdown percentages of each country that
I feel like
that
I
you're
know what
part
you're
of.
talking about, but
Yeah, they were
I
probably
can't.
one of the first forerunners to do this DNA testing thing. But I really love the African ancestry thing because, of course, it's black owned. So I was like, you know what? We need to know what tribe you from. So let's go ahead and get to it. We know what tribe you from. We know where we're going. We just got to
Right,
go back to Nigeria, talk to some uncles and aunties and cousins up in the Igbo tribe and be okay. And we have some folks here in Nashville that are Igbo. So it's like, it's a
yeah, I
whole
know Ebo,
nother.
and I know a couple of Yoruba friends too.
See?
So yeah, I got a couple from both tribes. So
Yeah, oh, shit. That's something. Oh man, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, but yeah, yeah, those are the ones. And I also gonna tell you, I did learn that there was, even though I don't drink beer, I did learn that there was one brewery company in Ghana called Tema Craft Brewery.
I will be there. When am I
Ah,
will be there? Y'all will see me, Ghana. I'll be out there.
yeah, and it's like 30 minutes from Accra, the capital. So when you land, you could just take a Uber or something there and check them out. They've got a whole facility and
Love it.
everything.
Love
There's
it.
another company called Casa Preco. They do liquor, unfortunately, but I know it's not
I
big.
drink that too. My
Okay, cool.
primary alcohol
Okay.
is beer, but I still drink my liquor. I still have a wine every now
Oh,
and then.
good. Okay.
But I'm discount all the other ones. My
Yeah.
number one, of course, is
Yes.
beer. Then all the other two
Can
fall back.
fall in line.
So
Yeah, those are the two that I know of, that are in Ghana doing their thing. But
I'll find it out. I'm not
look,
even worried about
that's the
it.
thing too. So the fact that you have this experience of working in a facility, like a brewery, these folks in Ghana may have some things that y'all can exchange with each other as well too, and be like, oh, I didn't know we can make this process more streamlined by doing this.
Hmm.
cut down on expenses by doing this to the production, whatever the case. So it's just like, yeah, there's a lot of opportunity in Ghana. There's a lot of opportunity on the continent. And so if you have an idea, I'm pretty sure it's needed, some way or form or another.
Gotcha, gotcha. And what's the future of Marquita and Christiana and the future of Threads by Dreads? Are you ever
Yeah.
going to just kind of just do the online vendor
Yeah. Great
situation?
question. Great question. So I've been battling this, right? Because I'm like, man, my stuff needs to be in the store, but I don't have to necessarily have a storefront. I may do something small, just to kind of keep everything centralized. But as far as having a storefront, that's something to think about in the future. I'm not sure of it right now, so to speak. I am, in some select stores, in Mississippi and also in Nashville as well too. But I'm looking to expand. So I'm looking to get into other cities and states, and see how I can, share my story and share my craft that way. But as far as Threads by Dress, we're just going to keep pushing forward with new designs and implementing new techniques and new materials as well that can, you know, feel different, look different. In addition to still being able to be set apart from everything else that's out there now. As far as Marquita and myself, of course, we're getting married this October. Um,
Congratulations. We're
yeah,
September, so
yeah, right. It's crazy. COVID is just out here doing its thing still.
right.
But we're getting married. We're talking about expanding our business by having children. So
I got you.
so you know what I'm saying. So we're talking about that as well. But needless to say, we just recently purchased a house in Bordeaux, and we're so excited about that. So we're taking it all in, and being able to to have families to come together. So those dynamic pieces are important to me. I love family. I love being able to share those intimate experiences and learn more about her side of the family and her to learn more about mine. And we've been doing that so seamlessly. My dad is an amazing mind. He's an amazing guy, and he loves her to this day. He still goes back and forth with battling with, oh yeah, how is your friend doing? Dad, my fiance. And I'm like, yes, yes, Marquita, how is she? And then you just go back and forth. Yes, tell her I said hello. And, back. It's just like, God, you're still stuck in your conservative ass ways. Just
Is
say
he in
fiance.
Ghana or
No,
is
he's here
he
in He's here in Tennessee. So
okay?
yeah, he's here. But it's beautiful. I love her mom. Her siblings as well, Marquita's siblings, and just to sit down in front of somebody that's over the age of 60, 70, and 80, I'm down. Let me soak up as much, whatever story you got to tell me. I'm
Right.
here for it. So
I need it all.
I need all that and then some. So
Right, right. And
yeah,
then
man.
just my last question, and I have a last like cheers. I
Oh,
want to
okay.
do like towards the person. My last question is like, what does black excellence look to you?
Yes, yes. Thank you for asking that. I actually just experienced something internally when you asked that question. It felt like um, a spark, right? Like, I love that. I love the fact that I can be black, I can be a lesbian, I can be Ghanaian and American, and I can also be here in Nashville and have a whole family of people that accept me, appreciate me, love me. I can share my life and experiences with them
Right.
and receive that back. But in addition to that, I would speak for myself and say, I hold myself accountable to making sure I'm actually protecting, preserving, and somewhat preaching what it means to be black, right? And what it means to hold on to um, things that are dear to us, like our rights. Like we're still not seen as individual citizens. Like we're still not given that God-given right to be black in America. So I think being able to advocate is huge, no matter what platform you're on. Being black and being in a marginalized group being a lesbian. Like it's huge. First of all, it's not easy being a lesbian and Ghanaian in Ghana at the same time sometimes. So it's just like to be here in Nashville and to want to say, hey, you know what? I see myself in you, and I want to make sure I'm protecting that. So whatever your story is, let's make an impact together. I want to grow with people. So Black excellence to me looks like being able to navigate your way through all the challenges and all the things that are already against us and be able to find that community of people and win together, help each other grow, help each other become more, not only within their work setting or public settings, but also in personal spaces. Whatever their goals are, you're helping each other. It's almost like a relationship, but you're also wanting to protect a lot of what that relationship is bringing, a lot of what you're trying to bring to fruition. So, Black excellence is Black at its best. You know, it
I
don't
love
matter what it look like. It don't matter what it look like,
that.
who it is. Yeah, it's just I love it. I love it, and I'm here for it. So,
I
yeah.
love that. I love that. And then as we're wrapping up, I'm starting a new um, segment on my podcast. It's just like
Okay.
I literally give you your flowers, but in beer you say
Oh wow.
cheers.
Oh
Give you
wow.
cheers as
Okay.
Christiana Effete of Threads by Dreads.
Yes,
Like
sir.
I've told you this to your face. I've
You
said this to
have.
other people. So like if anybody ever asks you what I said about you, you've already
Yeah.
heard it from me.
You're
And
amazing.
it's just like not even like after this conversation, it was just like
I'm sorry.
I agree. He's great. You better be nice. I am. I am. I am, buddy.
Oh my gosh.
I am, buddy.
He's been singing to me this whole time. I promise you.
But like, no, tell him I agree.
Yeah.
He's like, you're a great person, and
Thank
me
you.
and Ashley always talk about it. It's like
Wow.
you're down to earth, humble, like easy to talk to, but like you're doing such amazing things for our Nashville community, and we've talked off camera about it. It's just like you're one of the people that deserves more recognition than you're
Wow.
getting. You're getting the recognition. I'm not saying you're not,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I look at you when I think of
Thank
Nashville
you.
Black excellence. You're one of the faces I think of.
Thank
Like
you.
you're successful in doing Threads by Dreads, being you and being unapologetic about it. That's my
Yes.
definition of Black
Yes.
excellence. You're in a space, you're you, and no one can break, shake, say anything crazy about you because
Yeah.
anything's like that. And you're just really just a genuine person. And
Thank you.
I want to be able to start telling my guests that and telling people that I really appreciate more often.
Oh wow.
And
That's
so I don't know if like anyone's told you that, but like I believe you as one of the top 10 faces of Black excellence in Nashville when it
wow.
comes
Thank
to
you.
having a business and being a good person, being down to earth, and wanting to see other people be truly successful in their
Mm.
space. Like you said,
Wow.
like being Black at its best.
Yes.
It's like, and I think
Yeah.
you're doing that. And
Yeah.
I just want to, again, give
Oh
you a
man.
cheers,
Thank you
even
so
though
much,
like,
Kramer. You making these tears fall, bro. Thank you so
I,
much.
I try. But
You
I want to
you
be able
are.
to tell you that before,
I'll
like,
take
we
that.
ever like go about our lives and we
Yeah.
never interact again. Like, I
Look.
want you to know whenever we go our separate ways, you always know, like,
Ain't no separate ways. I told you we in this together. What else you want
yeah,
me to
like we're gonna
say?
take along.
You stuck, bro.
You know how life works.
You
Like, you gotta
stuck.
go these different ways. Like, you don't have beef with anybody, but like,
No.
you're gotta go this way. She's
Oh
gotta go this
no.
way. And
No.
when we
We
come
going
back,
together. We going
oh
together.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
I definitely want
appreciate
to make
you.
sure you heard that from me.
Absolutely.
And if you ask anybody else, I would literally say the same thing. Like
You're awesome.
there's people in this city that deserve the love and recognition, and you're one of those people. And I don't say that about a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's the other thing people will say. I was like, I don't just give praises to everybody and anybody
Right.
just because
Right.
I
Right.
want to seem like I'm for everybody.
I
Like
understand. No,
for
I
sure.
I really appreciate you and the words. I mean, they mean a lot to me, and yeah, they hit home. They hit home. So after this, I'll be slamming down this laptop and getting to it. Getting to crying because you just did it there. So I
I
appreciate
try,
you,
I
man.
try. And
I thank
before
you.
you slam down that laptop, can keep up with you. Like, how can
Oh,
I get
absolutely. Wow.
clothes?
Yes.
How can they do custom pieces? Just keep up with you
Yes.
as you try to learn how to share some more stuff on social media so they can see that
Absolutely.
growth in all aspects of your life.
Absolutely. The shameless plug. I always forget to do this.
Yes.
Akrita will tell me, hey, babe, you got to let people know what's your action plan. You got to let them know how to find you. Okay, babe, here we go. So you can find Threads by Dreads online at threadsbydreads.com. We're all over social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and also on TikTok. We're starting to get our TikTok thing going at Threads by Dreads as well. And then also, as far as doing custom work, as far as doing finding out what's new, make sure you subscribe to our website. I tend to do newsletters every once in a while and let you know about what upcoming sales we're having as well through that as well. So, yeah, proudly Nashville, proudly Ghanaian.
Love it. And as
Yeah.
always, people, when you listen to this episode, make sure you grab your friends, a few good beers. As
Yes.
always, drink up.
Hey.